It's been 30 years since a gritty group of Arizona Wildcats marched into Omaha, Nebraska and won college baseball's top prize. That team was honored this spring here at Sansit Stadium as they remembered that wild ride to the program's second national championship. The Wildcats entered the 1980 season as a favorite to get to Omaha.
We struggled the first half of that season, and it wasn't until we went to San Diego for the spring break trip and Dwight Taylor shaved his head and everybody started rubbing his head for luck that we really came together and bonded as a team, and then really took off from there and won the Pac-10 championship and went on to the World Series.
Arizona had been to the College World Series in 1979, but the result was not what they wanted.
It's just a whole new arena. You know, you're going to steak dinners here and there's this big hoopla and you got to get caught up in it. And then you get on the field that you've never been on before, so it's different. But the next year you go back, you know what to expect, you know what was going to happen, and we went in there to win it. And we had a good feeling that we were going to win it. But we lost the first game, which was not good. But
that 6-1 loss came at the hands of a St. John's team led by future big leaguer Frank Viola, and it put the Wildcats in the losers bracket. But Jerry Kindall rallied the troops for 3 straight wins as Ed Vosberg and Craig Lefferts produced dominating pitching performances in victories over Florida State and Michigan. Scott Stanley's dramatic 8th-inning grand slam and John Moses' 11th-inning RBI triple propelled Arizona past Hawaii and into the semifinals against an opponent Lefferts says was very familiar to he and his teammates, the California Golden Bears.
Cal was really our rival that year. I think we even tied with them for the Pac-10, and then we got to play them one more time at the College World Series and won that game 10-9. It was an incredible battle, just a knock-em-out battle, and really we knew that game was the championship. Even though we had to win there to get to the championship, that was really the battle for us.
So with Cal out of the way, the Wildcats turned their attention to the championship game and the Hawaii Rainbows. And the tone for that night was set, Clark Crist says, before the teams even got off the bus.
we were on the bus getting ready to go to the ballpark. Hawaii's bus is right next to us, window to window. They're in that bus, you're yelling and screaming like a football team. They're rocking the bus. We're not saying a word. Coach Kindall comes into the bus and he turns around to us and he goes, "Are you guys scared?" "No, sir. We're just getting ready for a baseball game." I remember the first 2 plays they tried to make in that thing. They booted them because they were so hyped up. We'd been there before. We knew how to act. We realized it was a baseball game, not a football game, and so it wasn't about the yelling and screaming. It was how you performed on the field.
And on the field, they would win it behind Lefferts, who held the Rainbows to 3 runs in 6 2/3 innings.
And I just felt really good. I was really locked in. Donnie Hyman, our catcher, and I had a great relationship, and he really knew how to call a game, and I really trusted him. That was a great thing. You know, it was a lot of confidence that was built up, started from Jerry Kindall and Jim Wing, the coaching that they provided all of us. You know, if you look at that team from 1980, I think there were 17 players that went on to play professional baseball, and I think 10 of them are now either still coaching or scouting Major League Baseball. So that tells you the type of leadership that we learned the game from the best.
Greg Barger finished Hawaii in the 9th for a 5-3 Arizona triumph, setting off one of those famed celebrations that have become synonymous with hot June summers in Omaha.
We were throwing our gloves and hats in the air and piling up on home plate. It was just the neatest feeling, you know, that you could ever have to win a national championship.
Terry Francona was named the World Series MVP as he hit .455, and Jerry Kindall was voted the Coach of the Year. The second of his tenure to match the program's second season ended as the Kings of college baseball.